What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Alienware m18 with a 7900M gameplay video for you guys today. And today, we're gonna check out this Kingdom Come Deliverance game, but this time at 1440p. Now, it seemed to have no problem playing it maxed out. Well, not maxed out. Maxed out, it'll run at like probably 10 FPS. They said it was for future systems. I tried it just for a second, didn't get any recording of it, but I tried it just for a second on the AZU-G50 Advantage, and shit, that was like struggling to get like 8 FPS in the menu. So we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna do very high. So almost maxed out. And then we're gonna, of course, have the HD texture pack on. It handled that no problem. So hopefully it can do the same for 1440. But hey, we won't know till we get in there. So let's go get to it.
Here we go. We're gonna do 1440p now with the HD textures on and all that stuff. If I recall, it also does this just fine. But anyway, before we hop into the game, let's look at the advanced settings though. And I can't remember, but I think I have to turn it to no, motion blur was already off. Sweet. Oh yeah, that's right. All I did was up the resolution. I didn't change anything else. But anyway, to the game. So now here we go. Let's get ourselves a little gameplay. Hey. And if I recall, we stay over 60 because over here was one of the hardest spots to run. And we still stay over 60. There was like 3 spots, I think. Over here was another one that was a little difficult to run, stay over 60 for the Asus anyway. G15 Advantage, I should specify. I forgot. I also have an Ally and a Z1 Extreme. Well, no, I have a Z1 Extreme. I meant a non-X as well. Because, yeah, I looked into that one, but that one just looked way too weak. And it was like, hey, there's no point. It's barely any faster than a Steam Deck. You might as well just get a Steam Deck. Well, I already had one, but that's just what I thought. So I was like, nah, I'm going to get the one that's at least more powerful. But then I learned the battery was so bad, it's like, what's the point? Unless you're going to leave it plugged in all the time, which, to me personally, kind of defeats the purpose of a handheld. If I have to have it plugged into something, or have a battery back plugged in, which is still something plugged in. That's just me, though. That's why I love the LIX. It has great battery life. You can usually get almost 3 hours of battery life in almost any game you play with that thing. There are obviously exceptions to that rule, but most games get right around that. 240 to 3 hours. That's what I've been noticing. I still want to do a battery battle. Take the OG Steam Deck and Ally versus the OLED and the X. I think that'd be kind of fun. Yes, that is a cow, all right.
Greetings, Henry.
And this game seems to really heat up your processor, I've noticed. I've heard Space Marines True does, too. I'm excited to play that game. I almost guaranteed all my processors are just going to be at max temp the whole fucking time. I mean, this one sits at 90 to 100 almost every game nowadays. There's a couple that have been in the 80s lately, but if it pushes the CPU even a little bit, it's like a 100C degree thing. And it doesn't seem to really throttle performance at that either. A little bit. I think before it got to 100, we were at 5.1 gigahertz or whatever, maybe 5.2 every once in a while. Now we're at 4.5 up to 4.9. It kind of bounces around. So it definitely lost a little gigahertz, but I don't know how much 100 hertz is worth in performance, you know? I don't know how to do those calculations off the top of my head. In fact, you might not be able to. You probably have to put them all in a program and have the program figure it all out. And then it would tell you all this shit. Anyway, though, yeah, it seems to be getting plenty of good FPS. The frame times are still just slightly wonky, but they're still better than the Asus G50 Advantage was at 1080p. That was the worst I've seen in frame times in a while. Well, besides the Firebat Mini PC, anyway. That thing was doing some really goofy shit. It was like something was throttling or something. And I can't blame it on the FSR now, because I turned that off. It wasn't running out of VRAM, so I can't blame that. So I can only assume something was throttling. It's got to be either the SSD or the VRAM. Not VRAM, but the RAM. The RAM is the VRAM, since it's an APU and all. Yeah, in a lot of places we get esports levels of FPS with this thing. I really like when this laptop works properly. It was a pain in the butt when it was black screening and doing all this other lame shit. The first one was crashing and dying on me, and the freaking GPU died before I ever got to really even use it. So that was kind of lame. But the lamest thing this one's ever really done to me is It freaking blue screened on me when I first got it until I updated the BIOS a couple of times, and then it stopped. It did stop doing that. Like literally the first day I got it and updated the BIOS. At first I thought, oh no, not again, because that's how it all started with the other one. But then it was just the black screen issue, and I was like, oh wow, that's still a pretty lame issue. I'm not gonna lie. But seems like I got it under control now. Sucks you have to limit your shit that you paid for, but I'd rather not have black screens. That's just me, though. Though I usually keep it hooked up to that, whatchamacallit. Oh, I keep getting in your way. What are you going to do? I keep having it hooked up to the external monitor. So, when you do that, it can do whatever it wants. I think I could have, if that monitor was 480 hertz, it would be able to do it just fine and not black screen. But its internal screen, for whatever, seems to have an issue with that shit, and I don't know why. It's got to be some driver conflict. And I really wish Dell and AMD could just get their shit together and be like, hey, we're Dell. We don't know what we're really doing with drivers, so we're just going to let you handle this, okay? And then they're going to be like, yeah, all right, cool. But no, of course not. Well, alrighty, though. Why don't we go ahead and move along at this point?
So now here we go. Get a little camera gameplay now.
Oh, yeah, right.
I hopped out and just turned HDR on. That's all I did. Yeah, this is another one of those games that drives the CPU up to 100 every once in a while, but perfectly within its specs to get up that hot, so I don't really worry about it too much. Now it might be a little cooler, and they might be able to make it get a little higher temps, or lower temps rather, if I sent it back and had to repaste it, but nope. I'm just worried I'll get it back in worse shape than I had it in before. The cows. Hey, somebody else on this little road thing. Yeah, you get more than adequate FPS in this game, but for some reason it just has a little wonky frame times. I don't know if that's tied to very high, or AMD, or the game, or what. It's not like it matters. It still feels smooth to me, thanks to FSR, or not FSR, FreeSync, but... still just a little bit weird. There's still a little spike every once in a blue moon. Well, I guess more of them over here. There's like 3 of them over here. But at least they're not huge spikes. To the point where I don't know if I would notice them without a frame rate thing up there with a frame time graph, you know?
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
torch over the bush. I wonder how well straw roofs really keep the rain out.
Making goods, handy implements, machines of every kind.
I love just going up to these people, just getting right in their face, and they're like, what the hell away from me, you creep. Alright, though, I think that's plenty of camera recorded gameplay, so let's go wrap this video on up. Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for Kingdom Come Deliverance on the Alienware M18 with the 7900M, and it did a pretty damn good job. Even though it was maxed out, we were still able to maintain 60, even while recording, which is always nice. I'm hoping the recordings came out not being laggy. I think I fixed that. I don't think they look quite as nice as they did before, but at least it's not running like garbage. And I'd rather it not run like garbage than have it look decent and then have it be stuttery and make the computer look like it's a piece of shit when it's actually running just fine. But anyway, that is all I got for you guys for this particular video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoy making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.